What's up guys, I'm Phoenix Master 1 and welcome back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. And in this video I'm going to be giving you guys my first impression on these Binding Blade units that we're getting on Friday. And we did know about these from the leaks except for one unit. And those leaks were actually true because after 5-6 hours of them leaking, Nintendo actually took those sprites down from their website because they realized that, hey, maybe we should not upload these sprites of unannounced units so early on, and if we do upload those sprites, maybe we could like encrypt them, I don't know. So yeah, after you entered that URL, it would just take you to the main website. So people didn't know that this was real because they would have got no reason to take them down if it wasn't real. So yeah, we have got Lugh here. The first unit that got leaked was Lugh, of course. Lugh is an infantry green mage, and I really like him. Really excited for him. Not really feeling all that much about his art, but I am pretty excited about him. His voice actor sounds good. So he has got Grand Serpent Tome. I did say that he did have the Serpent Tome from the sprite. So almost after a lifetime, we have got a Serpent Tome once again. Finally, we got the first Serpent Tome with female Morgan. I don't know, like 5-4 years back. I cannot remember, but it has been a long time. And these weapons can be really useful, especially now in Ether Raids for tanking these range units. So yeah, Grand Serpent being in the summoning pool is going to be pretty fantastic. Does give him +6 defense and +6 res against the ranged enemies in the enemy phase. And he has got Rally Up Res Plus, which is the second AoE rally skill that we have got in the game after Rally Up Attack Plus. These skills are absolutely fantastic for arena scoring and also for Ether Raids as well, for I guess the AI shenanigans with the rally stuff. So AoE rallies are pretty good in that regard. He has got Mirror Stance as a slot A skill, which goes really well with his Grand Serpent Tome, giving him +10 resistance in the enemy phase and +4 attack as well. And Attack Feint is also pretty nice because you could potentially give an ally of yours like +13 magical bulk with the help of this skill and the Rally Up Res Plus skill effectively. So his base kit has got only 4 skills, which makes me think that he might get demoted. But of course, Rally Up Res Plus is present on his base kit, and I really doubt that they would demote a unit with this AoE rally skill, even though it's not really all that like offensively good as Rally Up Attack Plus. But still, it's a 400 SP as a skill. So that definitely raises a question if he's gonna get demoted or not. But the big question I have got is that why would you put 4 skills on a unit when you're not gonna be demoting them? I mean, I get with Keaton because he's really powerful, but with someone like Lugh, why wouldn't you give them something like a Slotsy skill? I don't know, like odd res wave, even res wave, something like that, so that you can maybe provide more value on that unit with an extra skills. So if you're not going to be demoting them, then just why put like 4 skills? But we'll have to see what kind of precedence the Kitsune and the Wolfskin banner sets, if it's going to be demoting 2 units in Kaden and Valuria or only 1 unit in Kaden, which a lot of people are actually expecting. Not a lot of people have been expecting Valuria to get demoted, so we'll have to see what the precedence is set from that banner. So yeah, Lugh doesn't really have any kind of special. The only stat we know is his HP stat, and he's going to be taking no damage. So yeah, these are the stats I'm expecting on Lugh. We do see his 37 HP, and I think he's going to be having 157 BST, similar to Cliff, because we are in the Gen 3 infantry now. Still, we have to see if they give that to range infantry units or not. I think that they might actually do that. I mean, why not? So I'm doing the stat speculation with like the updated BST spread. So 157 BST, 37 HP, 34 attack, which is decent. Get 35 speed and pretty nice resistance at 32 and low defense. That's what I'm expecting out of Lugh, just being a pretty good offensive mage, and also can act as a good resistance tank in the enemy phase because he ends up at 42 resistance with his Slotty skill and his Serpent Tome. If he does end up getting demoted, then he's definitely going to be having, I think, Mirror Stance as a 4-star skill. They probably do not want to give like Attack Feint. Attack Feint is like the best feint skill in my opinion because it is universal. Attack debuff is good on anyone. And you can definitely have this on your cheerleaders in arena because you have to run these rally skills for the score. So yeah, Attack Feint is pretty amazing skill actually for a feint. That's the best usage, I guess, of that skill. And that's Lugh, the green unit on this banner, and he's certainly not the only green unit because we have got Sue as a Green Bow Cavalier. She looks so amazing and she sounds so amazing as well. She's definitely going to be the star of this banner, and I will go over that in a moment. So she has got short bow plus, which is basically a bow down because it deals plus and damage on these special triggers. Definitely really nice for the units who do not really have high attack. They could make use of that, and also for units who have got high speed. And she's got Moonbow as her special, pretty standard stuff. Swift Sparrow, yeah, that's also really standard. Chill defense, which is actually really good if you run something like a Fire Sweep bow set. You already have chill defense on your slot B, and you have no need of running Desperation, so that's fantastic. And they've got Hone Speed 4 as the slot C skill, so this is going to be a 300 SP slot C skill like Joint Hone Speed and Hone Attack 4. So yeah, this is for the arena scoring, and it's also really nice on Legendary Azura because of her prayer wheel weapon. So you could just give a unit +7 to all of their stats with this. So yeah, that's the usage of that. And Sue is definitely gonna be on my top priority on this banner. Her voice acting and art is really good. So here she does 67 damage with her Moonbow. We have to keep in mind that she has got the bowed out weapon, which gives her +10 special damage. So she only got 6 extra damage out of her Moonbow, which means that at the lowest, this bow flyer has to have like 20 defense. Only then she can get like 6 damage out of Moonbow. After calculating that and the effective damage in the equation, we could actually deduce her attack. So she's got a 12 might bow, and to do 51 damage to this bow flyer, who I'm assuming has got 20 defense, she needs to have 48 attack, which means that she's got 36 base attack at minimum if I'm not messing this up, which I'm really hoping I'm not. And at the highest, if this bow flyer has got 23 defense, yeah, she's still gonna be getting like 6 damage out of the Moonbow because it's gonna get rounded up. But I'm just going with the 36 base attack on my stat speculation. So yeah, she's gonna be having fantastic 36 attack, and Sue was fast in FE6, so she's gonna be having good speed. Unlike someone like Valentine Roy, we do see her doubling this bow flyer, and the generic bow flyers are usually pretty fast. And I'm expecting her to have this min-max offensive stat spread, 145 BST, not really Gen 3 cavalry because they have just done that for infantry units as of yet. So just having pretty fantastic offenses and lackluster in other areas like bulk. So yeah, that's my expectation out of Sue. Definitely going to be a powerful bow unit. I guess the reason why they didn't make Sue a colorless unit is to not compete with Brave Lynn, which I'm actually happy with. She could have been a red bow cavalier, to be honest, but I guess yeah, green is also fine. And the next unit that we didn't have in those leaks is Thea. The reason why no one was able to figure out Thea was because this title, Stormy Flyer, is actually not present on the ending of hers in FE6. All of the other units which people found out were because of their titles and their ending of FE6, and this is not the title of her ending in FE6, so that's why people were not able to figure this out. And I did say this in the leaks video that there might be another Binding Blade unit that people are not able to find out. So yeah, Thea, pretty unexpected because there are way more popular units than her, and a Lance Flyer is such a saturated class type that yeah, it's not really the most appealing in my opinion, and it's also going to be causing a lot of confusion between a lot of players who have not played FE6 because people are just going to be assuming that this is some kind of Shauna alt, or at worst, Shauna herself. So yeah, she's got 4 skills on her base kit. Definitely looks like the most obvious demote on this banner, to be honest. If she demotes, then she's going to be having like steady posture, I think, as a slotty skill at 4-star. I don't think they have made any kind of dual seal skill available on like 4-star unit, which is unlockable at 4-star. Ares has that, but that's not unlockable at 4-star. So yeah, definitely a demotion candidate because of the fact that her base kit is rather underwhelming, and I don't really expect her to be that appealing. She's got Vanguard Plus, which is a defensive version of Berkut's Lance. A pretty fantastic weapon, giving you +7 defense in the enemy phase. She's got Ignis as her special because she's more defense oriented. She's got steady posture and also seal speed defense. So this goes really well with her steady posture, I guess, because she could just debuff the enemy in the enemy phase and then attack them. Just get the more attack and also more speed because of the seal debuff. But these skills aren't really all that good. So yeah, Thea is gonna be proccing her Ignis. So yeah, she does 65 damage, which means that she got 33 extra damage out of her Ignis. To get that much damage, you need to have like 42 defense. Obviously, she is taking on this Sword Flyer in the enemy phase, so this means that her Vanguard Plus and her Steady Posture is activated. So she's getting plus 11 defense because of those skills, and once you subtract that, then she ends up at 31 defense, which is actually not all that high without those skills. I mean, it's decent, but not really all that high. So I'm just expecting her to have this kind of stat spread, which is an upgrade from Katria's, because she does not double the Sword Flyer. If she was faster, maybe like as fast as Sumiya, she might have been able to double. We don't really know what kind of enemies like Thea is going up against. So yeah, I'm going with the safe 35 speed as my bet, and 33 base attack, which is decent, 31 defense and resistance at 26. So she's like a more defensive flyer that people can have access to. But I mean, Katria is also there with a preferred weapon, but still an option. Really happy that there are no alts on this banner. So that's Thea, and now let's move on to the final unit on this banner, which is Idunn. Or Idunn. I don't know. How do you pronounce her name? Isn't the D sound pronounced like TH? I'm really confused. So she is a red armored dragon, and I'm pretty sure she's voiced by the same voice actress who voices Beruka and Tharja. And they've just not put the credit here because she might be working with a union or something. I'm not really too sure, but that sounds like it. So yeah, red armored dragon, which does make sense because she only had 2 movement in FE6. So this is one of those armored like dragons, which is actually I guess reasonable in my opinion. So she's got demonic breath as her weapon. This gives her plus 3 defense, effective against armored units, which is a huge thing for arena. And at start of combat, if she's got a negative status effect, which is like a gravity effect, a panic effect, a debuff, a candlelight status, or anything like that, or if she's not at full HP, then she neutralizes the penalties, which means she neutralizes the debuffs. And this does mean that she is immune to penalties, debuffs, and also panic ploy. Not really immune to the panic status per se, but the penalties, because panic ploy does convert the bonuses into penalties. So I guess she would be able to neutralize that, but not necessarily the panic status, because if she's got the panic status and you give more buffs to her, then it doesn't really mean anything, I think. But we'll have to see. That's what I think from the wording of this. And if those conditions are fulfilled, then she gets plus 4 to all of her stats during the combat, which is really powerful. So she's able to neutralize those debuffs, or if she doesn't have any kind of debuffs and if she's just below the full health, then she's able to get plus 4 to all of her stats. And this depends on the debuffs from the enemy. There isn't really any kind of playable unit that can give debuffs to your own units, other than like Thracer from the book 3, but she's not an available unit. So you kind of have to depend on the enemy, but not really, because if you're not at full health, then you're going to be getting the benefits of this weapon. And being not at full health is pretty easy with something like a Bolt Trap, Bolt Tower, or I guess Upheaval from Duma in Ether Raids. If people de-use him for whatever reason in Ether Raids when he's not a bonus unit. So yeah, all of those methods do work. And maybe Savage Blow damage from the enemy, Poison Strike damage, any of those can work. It's not really the hardest weapon to trigger with its condition, and can make Idunn super strong. And she's got Bonfire as her special, which is really powerful with her high defense. She's got Fortress Defense Res as a slot A skill, the skill which Cliff had. This is a 300 SP slot A skill, but still distant counter is going to be a better option because she doesn't really have the distant counter built into her weapon. So if you want to attack at range, and because she's going to be having like decent resistance, you could definitely run distant counter. Vengeful Fighter, pretty nice, and Ward Dragons as the final skill. So looking at the description of her weapon, that's a Surtur counter if I've seen one. But to be fair, any kind of Axe Breaker unit can counter Surtur, but Idunn can actually take him on in the enemy phase, which is something not a lot of units can do. Now let's see her Bonfire in action. Her art is so good. And this dragon form of hers, oh my god, absolutely perfect. So she's gonna be doing 71 damage. So she got 26 points of additional damage out of Bonfire, and to have that much damage from Bonfire, you need to have 52 defense, and you also have to consider that she's got this Slotted Skill Fortress defense res, and also she gets +3 defense from her weapon. So you subtract that 9 defense from 52, you end up at 43, and you also have to subtract 4 because you could actually see that she has lost a bit of health on her health bar. I'm not really too sure if the people watching on their phones might be able to see this or not, but I can definitely see it that she's not at full HP. So after subtracting all of those extra defenses from her skills, she ends up at 39 base defense, which is so high. And she's got 44 HP here. I'm expecting her to have like massive 40 attack and pretty good resistance at 30. They could actually min-max her even more by reducing her speed and giving her more resistance or attack. That can be done. I've not really done that here. So that's the BST I'm expecting on her. As I said, they could min-max her even more, or maybe just throw in like 180 BST, who knows. I absolutely love this dragon form. So yeah, we're gonna be getting a new chapter. I have been ordered to lead this world, of course. That's the only dialogue you probably have. And this map looks pretty cool. And another cool thing is that we have got Daddy Gustav here in Hell's army. So I guess any kind of person that she takes life from, she can just make them into their soldier or something. Yeah, that seems fair, I guess. So we're gonna be facing him. He's a Axe Cavalier. That's gonna be sad. I really wish they would have some kind of dialogue when Alphonse faced against this kind of possessed like zombie Gustav or jelly Gustav. I don't know what to say. I really wish they had some kind of dialogue, because Heirs of Fate had that when those kids faced against their possessed or I guess zombie parents. That was a pretty cool thing. A lot of those dialogues were really well written. So that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really excited for this banner to pull Sue and Lugh, of course. Those are the 2 units on this banner, which I'm really looking forward to. Obviously Idunn as well. Lugh and Thea are potential demotes, but it has to depend the precedence which Kitsuna and the Wolfskin banner sets up on the day this banner releases. I might make a video on that if like the 2 demotions happen. And we're gonna be getting Rutger as a Grandeur Battle unit. I really hope they make him good and actually do him justice, because he's the Kritger. You have to do him justice. If you made a unit like Carla such a good unit in Fire Emblem Heroes, when she absolutely sucked in her own game, you have to do justice to someone like Rutger. Come on, you just have to. He's way too popular to piss off the fans for. He's way too popular. So I really hope he's a good unit. His Grandeur Battle is going to be coming out on Monday. So hopefully they give us more Binding Blade banners. Not after like a year. Hopefully just after like 2-3 months. I mean, I don't see why that cannot happen. This is a fantastic banner because it doesn't have any kind of alt. It doesn't really have any kind of superpower creep. But we'll have to see the stat spread on Idunn first to say that. But still, it really doesn't have any kind of insane skills. Idunn is pretty good, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of to be expected out of her. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, then please be sure to leave a like and let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree with my stat speculation or not. And be sure to hit that notification bell so that you can get the updates to my videos. Make sure to do that because YouTube is about as fast as Intelligent Systems releasing their first Binding Blade banner. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.